all, welcome to this video series on mobile automation using Appium. And in today's video, we will see what is the concept of bundle ID and we will see different ways to retrieve bundle ID. Okay, so let's get started. Bundle ID or bundle identifier is a unique ID of an iOS app in Apple's ecosystem. As the name implies, it is unique, so no two app can have the same bundle ID. A bundle ID allows Mac OS to recognize the app uniquely. It is also used in validating the application signature. An example of bundle ID could be com.sample.mybundleid. Okay, now let's see the different ways to retrieve the bundle ID. So when it comes to iOS application automation using Appium, we can either have the application under test in .app file, okay, which is generally used on simulators. Okay, so suppose your application under test is in .app file for simulators, then we will see how to retrieve bundle ID in this case. Okay, for the purpose of this demo, I am using the demo app from Sauce Lab. Okay, so let me show you this. So this is the demo app from Sauce Lab, and if I go into get info under name and extension, we can see that this app is in .app file. Okay, it is in .app format or extension. Okay, so let's see how we can find bundle ID for this application. So all we have to do is right click on this and click on show package contents. So under package content we can see a lot of files. Okay, the important file which we are interested in is this file, which is called info.plist. Okay, every iOS app will have this file in its app code. Okay, so let's double click on this. You can open it in some text editor, or you can open it in Xcode as well. So in my Mac, Xcode is the default editor for such files, so it has opened in Xcode. Okay, but you can open it in some text editor as well. So on the left hand side I have the keys, and on the right hand side I have the value. The key I'm interested in is a bundle identifier. Okay, so let's see where it is. Okay, here we have this bundle identifier, and its value is the bundle ID. Okay, so let me copy this. So here we go, we have the bundle ID for this Sauce Lab app, which was in .app format or in .app extension. Okay, let's copy it here. Okay, so this is your bundle ID, which you can use in the desired capability to invoke iOS driver for automating iOS mobile apps. Okay, now let's see the next way. So suppose you have your application under test in .ipa format or in IPA extension. Okay, so this IPA extension files, it cannot be installed on simulators. It can only be installed on the real physical devices. Okay, so suppose you have such an IPA file, you have AUT in the form of IPA. So let's see how we can find the bundle ID in this case. Okay, for the sake of this demo, again I have the Sauce Labs demo app. Okay, it is placed in this folder. It is in .ipa format. Let's get some info about it, and under name and extension, if I scroll to the right, you would be able to see it is in .ipa format. Okay, so what to do in this case? It again very straightforward and simple. We need to first create a copy of this. Okay, and we have to rename it in .zip format. Okay, so let's rename it. I will just replace this .ipa with zip. Okay, so system will ask, do you really want to change it? Yes, we want to use .zip. Okay, so once it is converted in .zip format, you can open it with the archive utility, which is default in Mac. Okay, so let's click on this. So as soon as you do this, it will create a payload, and if you go inside this payload, it will generate an .app file for you. Okay, let's see. Under get information, we can see the name and extension is .app. So essentially we have converted our app, which was in .ipa format, to .app format, right? And from here we know how to retrieve the bundle ID. We will follow the same process as earlier. Okay, so we need to go on show package contents, and then we have to open this info.plist file. So let's double click on it. It has opened in Xcode again, and we are interested in bundle ID. So this is the value. sorry, that's the key and that's the value. Let's copy this, okay, and let's paste it in notes or any editor you have. Okay, so the interesting thing to note here is that the bundle ID is the same irrespective of the file format. So this was for .app file and this was for IPA file. It is exactly one and the same in this case. Okay, now let's see the third case in which your application could be in the test flight app or it is in App Store. Okay, so in that case, how to retrieve the bundle ID? So for example, let's take example of WhatsApp app, which is a very common app we have. Okay, and we will try to find bundle ID of this WhatsApp app. Okay, so all we have to do is open any browser of your choice. You can open Safari, Chrome, does not matter, and search for WhatsApp download. Okay, so I have already searched for this, so I will pick this up from the history. So you can type WhatsApp download and it will give you a lots of links. Okay, the link which we are interested in is from apps.apple.com. okay, so we have to select this link which has the domain name as apps.apple.com. okay, so let's click on this. So once you click on it, it will open the link in a tab. Okay, and if you look at the address bar, we have some ID populated here. Okay, so all we have to do is copy this unique ID. Okay, so I will copy it and paste it in my notes. Okay, we have to use this in the next step, so that's why I'm copying it. Okay, so once we have retrieved this ID from the address bar, we have to use a URL. Let me show you that URL. So it is https itunes.apple.com. okay, and then in the lookup we have to provide an ID. okay, and the ID would be the ID which we have pasted or copied in the earlier steps. Okay, and we have to click on the return key or enter. So it has downloaded a txt file. Okay, let's open this. So it has opened in the default text editor. Okay, it has a lot of information. Okay, so we need to find bundle ID somewhere here. It should be populated somewhere here, so let's search for this. Okay, and yeah, let's see bundle ID. okay, let me type it correctly. okay, I think there is some mistake, some typo. Bundle. okay, so as we can see here, it has highlighted it, and this is our bundle ID for WhatsApp. So it is net.whatsapp.whatsapp. okay, so this is how you can retrieve the bundle ID for any sample app which is there in the App Store. okay, let me copy it here. okay, so these are the three ways in which you can find the bundle ID of an iOS app. okay, so thanks a lot for watching this video.